Hello and welcome to my Tarot Corner. So, Remembrance Sunday is coming up, and already articles came out that the factory that is producing the poppies tossed away the wreath that are the Prince Harry's and Prince Andrew's. And we do remember, all of us, what happened 2 years ago when Harry and Meghan went to a military cemetery in the US with a fashion photographer tropping over graves of soldiers and putting on a wreath, and Harry's playing this very somber, very sad person that came to honor the veterans and the people that fell during the world wars. So it was really cringeworthy and still is. So what can we see for this year? Are they planning something like that? If they are, is it going to help them? What is going on in Harry's mind when he sees his family going around with the poppy on their clothes, and when he realizes that Remembrance Sunday, when a very important ceremony that the Queen hardly ever missed. I think she only missed it last year, and something that is important to us all, and he is left out. So what does Harry, how in planning, or is he planning, does he mean to do? So before I start, please take a few moments to read my full disclaimer in the description box. This is a tarot reading. It is vibrational, it is open to interpretation, it exists as assumption and speculation, and as such may or may not be true. So please do your own research and decide for yourselves. So, I ran out of new cat decks, so I will run them over again and then maybe start using animal decks until I get the new ones that are still on their way. So let's clear this deck. This is the cat tarot. You notice that most of the cat tarots have the same color scheme. All of them are purple. Most of them have some kind of purple in it. I wonder why. So, Remembrance Sunday. How does Harry feel towards the approaching Remembrance Sunday? Does he mean to do something like he did 2 years ago? Is he going to try and do something of his own for Remembrance Sunday? Is he going to appeal to his family once again to be able to put a wreath in his name? What is Harry going to do about Remembrance Sunday, if anything at all? So I'm going to use the horseshoe spread, that the extended one, which gives us the past and the recent past and the past, the past influence, the present, the future, some kind of advice. But how does people around him see this, and how do they affect this? What are the obstacles? What is the optimal action for him? So the first card is the past influence, and the past influence is the Chariot. Okay, so here the Chariot has a very distinctive meaning. Chariot is a card of war. This is a card of someone, of a soldier that is going out to war. This card has, as I told you, there is the psychological card that speaks about going out to fulfill your dreams and never letting go of your dreams. And they are the affinities of a card that are surpassing the psychological interpretation. And the Chariot, because here it is, we're talking about war, we're talking about soldiers, we're talking about all of that. This is a card that shows us why the Remembrance Sunday is so important to Harry. So it does throw him back to his days as a soldier, to the camaraderie that he had with his fellow soldiers. It gives him back his feeling of meaning something in the world, of doing something that matters in the world. So this card is just showing us how deeply he really feels about Remembrance Sunday. So because this is a card of a soldier that will go out to win his war, that will never give up on his dream. Okay, so that is the past influence. What is the present influence? And the present influence is the Tower. So everything is crumbling down for Harry. Not being able to be part of Remembrance Sunday, this goes exactly against fulfilling his dream. This goes against his past as being a soldier. This is a card that shows us that the foundation of everything that he has built since he left the royal family is falling apart. Sorry about that. Okay. So he sees that everything is falling apart, everything is falling down, and the foundations are just nothing is standing up. It's his world just crumbling and falling. This is a card of betrays. This is a card of losing. This is destruction, recklessness. And he realizes that his recklessness is what brought him to this place. So this is his present feelings. Right now, at him not being able to do anything for Remembrance Sunday. And the next card is future development. And what I'm getting here is the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, that is a card of someone who is very much disappointed from reality. This is what the Seven of Pentacles shows us. He thought that his life will be easier, that he will be happier. He is disappointed from reality, and it is badly aspected because of the tower that came beforehand. So it only shows us how afraid he is of failure, especially in everything that connects to money, how he's avoiding looking the truth in the eyes, how he's standing in one place, all the bad choices that he made, everything that caused the tower to fall down. So in the future, it's not going to get better. This is the future influence, and the future influence is more disappointment. Okay, next card is what kind of advice can we give him, or if any. And what I'm getting here is the Page of Cups. Okay, so right now, as I told you before, affinity comes before the interpretation. The Page of Cups is a card of the artist, someone who is very much into art and everything that connects to creativity, but the affinity of this card is mental health problems. And this is when I'm taking the affinity over the psychological interpretation. And the advice, as it was always, is go to the right kind of therapy. He needs therapy. There is no way around it. His only way of getting his tower, or at least being able to enforce the foundations of this tower, is by going to some kind of therapy, but real kind of therapy, to the right kind of therapy. Okay. Next card is how does people around him see the issue, and the people around him, that's Meghan, and what I'm getting here is the Nine of Pentacles. So for Meghan, she's looking at it as a opportunity to make money. This is what she is seeing. She is seeing the Remembrance Sunday as some kind of way to make profit. This is what this card is all about. It's about getting profit, and she thinks, or she's trying to persuade him to do something in order to make money, in order to make that, to turn that into a money-making opportunity. This is the only thing that is on her mind. This is the only thing that she thinks about, and this is what she wants him to do. Okay, next card is obstacles or hidden influence. So what are the obstacles or the hidden influence here? And the Ace of Cups, which is a very good card, comes in the obstacles part. So what does it mean? Ace of Cups is a card that has a lot of emotions in it. It speaks about freedom. It speaks about flow and renewal in the material world. When it is positively aspect, this is a card of abundance, of believing that you deserve this abundance. When it comes in the negative aspect, we see a person that is not believing, that is afraid, that is letting emotions control him. So once again, we're going back to the mental health problem. And a person that is not thinking and acting without logic. So he believes that everything will be okay without the need to do anything, but he's trusting the wrong people. This is what this card is about when it's negative. And this is the obstacles that are standing in his way. So we go back to the fact that he needs to go to therapy. Unless he goes to therapy, nothing will start moving in the right direction for Harry. So what is the optimal action for him in this case? And what we're getting here is the Page of Wands. Look for something else. The Page of Wands, that is the person that jumps from one bandwagon to another bandwagon because he's never satisfied from what he has. He's never ignited. He's never happy with what he has. But this card is telling him now it's time to move over this. You cannot solve this. You cannot do anything to fix the way that you feel. You cannot do anything if you're not going to therapy to get over the disappointment. You cannot do anything to honor your fellow soldiers. Move to the next bandwagon. This is what this card is telling him. Now you have to move to the next bandwagon. Okay, so this is the tarot, and I'm just looking and I'm seeing that there is no swords card here. Harry is completely unable to think logically. Swords, air energy, this is all about thinking, planning, having some kind of strategy. But the lack of swords here shows me that he goes into this question with a very from a very emotional place and monetary place, but not thinking logically. So this is one of his major problems. Okay, so wisdom card, and the wisdom card is once again for us. And how can we deal with whatever shenanigans he might come up with? which I hope that he will take the advice and won't do anything. But if he does, let's see, what does the wisdom card tell us? So this is universal wisdom, wisdom for us all. Okay, so let's clear the deck. Okay, so how can we deal with whatever shenanigans Meghan and Harry have planned for Remembrance Sunday? What can we do if Harry does something that in Remembrance Sunday to show himself to the world? Some wisdom card for us and the royal family. Okay, so the card that I'm getting is rest. Okay, so let me check. So this card is actually talking about the need for us to let things settle, to rest, to let me say something like that. We are so engrossed by the Sussexes and their shenanigans that we forget to rest. We forget that there are other things that need our attention, and we are getting too much absorbed. If I had a dream about this last night, it means that I'm getting too much involved, too much. Giving it too much of my energy. And this card is telling us to rest, telling us to take some time off, to remember that there are other things, to remember that we can deal with those things each one at a time, and just not worry about things that haven't happened yet. So I feel that this card has probably came out to me because if you remember in the first reading today, I said that I feel very tired, and then this card comes up. I feel that it's speaking to me. It's telling me to rest. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll take tomorrow off. I'll see how I feel. I'll let you know. Anyway, so I hope you liked it, and if you did, please like, subscribe. It's you see, I'm not focused. So subscribe, leave me a comment, share the video, put on the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.